So you're thinking about moving to Atlantic Beach, Florida, but you don't really know where Atlantic Beach is exactly. Where is it in relation to Jacksonville? Where is it in relation to the St. Johns River and the other beaches? Well, we're going to talk about that today. I'm going to cover that and more. We're going to jump into Google Maps and we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about living in the Jacksonville, Florida area, subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current real estate market here in Jacksonville, Florida. My name is Wike. I'm a local real estate agent, and I get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you that are looking for help relocating to this area, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in a month or moving in a year, reach out to me. I'm happy to help you make a smooth move to Jacksonville. Okay, so now we're inside my computer. I'm going to share what I have on my screen with you, and you're going to be able to see it. Let's get going. So looking at the screen now, you can see that the population of Atlantic Beach is 13,345 people. Of course, that's as of 2021. It's 13.17 square miles, and the elevation is 10 feet. The median price point for a house in Atlantic Beach is $712,000, by the way. I just checked the stats with the Northeast Florida Association of Realtors. All right, so let's jump inside Google Maps. Okay, so here we have the shape of Atlantic Beach right here. And so just so you can see, there's a section of Atlantic Beach that you would think would be part of Atlantic Beach, but it's not. So this area right here is actually Jax. So even though it shares the same zip code, 32233, if you look up property and it says Jacksonville, it's going to have a Jacksonville address, and of course it's going to be priced accordingly because it's in Jacksonville, not in Atlantic Beach. So there is a difference there. All right, I'm going to zoom out. So here we are again, Atlantic Beach. And here's downtown Jacksonville. So I'm going to go over some distances with you now so you can see how far it is to a couple of different places. So let's start out with downtown Jacksonville. Okay, so that's 31 minutes drive, not bad there. Let's do Jacksonville International Airport. About 45 minutes to the airport. And let's see to the shopping, premium shopping here in Jacksonville, St. Johns Town Center. "25 minutes drive. So that gets you to the St. Johns Town Center. And also there's a Top Golf right by St. Johns Town Center too, if you want to catch that. Okay. Let's go over where Atlantic Beach is in relation to the other beaches. So way up here on the north, you have Fernandina Beach. Way up here. Okay? Now we're going to shrink the map and then working your way down the east coast. You have Atlantic Beach again. Neptune Beach, Jacksonville Beach, and down here is Ponte Vedra Beach. And then on down further from Ponte Vedra Beach, you're going to have St. Augustine Beach. Down here. There's Sawgrass, where they play the Tournament Players Championship, TPC. Alright, so that gives you the lay of the land on the beaches. Wanted to show you where the schools are in Atlantic Beach, the public schools. And they are A and B rated. So right here you're going to have Atlantic Beach Elementary School. And then down here you've got Fletcher High School and Fletcher Middle School. And those are technically in Neptune Beach, but those are the junior high and high schools that the Atlantic Beach students will be zoned for to attend. Okay. So I want to go over a couple of the main roadways, of course. You're going to have A1A. Everybody's heard of A1A. So that runs north and south. Oops. So A1A actually continues. Some people don't know this, some people do. It continues up here. And then there's actually right here a ferry boat. So you can actually drive up to Mayport and take the St. Johns River ferry. And from last time I checked, it was around $5. But you can take the ferry boat across the St. Johns River, and you come out over on this side of the river, and then you can go on up north if you want to go to Fernandina Beach, or if you want to go west, you can intersect with 295 to the west. But yeah, we actually have a ferry boat up there if you want to catch it. It's pretty cool and it's pretty fun and it's pretty scenic. So then east and west, show you here. So this is Atlantic Boulevard. And it runs, shrink this, Atlantic Boulevard runs all the way across the St. Johns River to downtown Jacksonville. So you go across a bridge that's a fairly high span bridge, and it's called the Matthews Bridge. So that's right here, the Matthews Bridge. You go across from the south bank of Jacksonville across to downtown Jacksonville. The other roadway, it's called the Wonderwood Connector, and they built that after, in years past, there were some evacuation issues, and I believe that actually the military had some pull with them building this road, which is a nice 4-lane elevated highway, which goes across the Intercoastal Waterway. But it also runs all the way across to the west, and it also intersects with 295, I-295, the loop around Jacksonville. Okay? So that covers that. Let me show you where some of the main hospitals are that you would end up going to if you ever had to go to one, which I hope that you never do. One is going to be Baptist Medical Center at the beaches, which is right here. Baptist Medical Center Beaches. And then if you have the need, or you want to go, or your health plan works with you on it, you can also go to the Mayo Clinic, which is right here. Those will be the two closest hospitals to Atlantic Beach, Mayo Clinic and Baptist Medical Center Beaches. Two of the nicest parks that they have in Atlantic Beach are going to be just north, this Catherine Abbey Park right here. We call it Hannah Park as locals, but they have a very nice pond and ponds that you can fish in and rent kayaks and canoes and go paddling there. It's very nicely wooded with shade and hammock of trees, so you can go trail walking. You can go mountain biking in there. There's mountain biking trails as well. There's picnic huts, and you can also camp. There's actually a campground in there, so if you have an RV, you can camp. You can rent space and do overnighters in there as well. And a lot of the surfers actually like to go into Abbey Park, and they surf an area called the Poles. So hopefully I won't get in trouble for disclosing a surf spot called the Poles. But yeah, that's where they like to go. All right. This is another really nice park right here, which is called Jack Russell Park. And they've actually got a skateboard park in there, and this is where the Atlantic Beach City Hall is, right here as well. Another really nice park is this one called Bull Park. And they actually have theater performances there. It's also got a facility that you can rent. Some people have wedding receptions there. There's tennis and basketball courts there as well. And cover this. You don't necessarily have to go to a park when you live in Atlantic Beach, because it's so much like living at a park. But all of these street ends right here are public beach accesses. They're not private, they're public beach accesses. So, you know, here, here, all of those are public beach accesses. The issue is the parking is somewhat limited. They do have a lot of signs that say no parking here, no parking there, but then they also have signs where you can use an app and you can pay to park, and they, you know, charge you by the half hour. Atlantic Beach residents actually get, I believe, 3 hours free for parking as well. So you do have to register for that as an Atlantic Beach resident, but they do have an exemption from the parking. And that also applies at the town center, Atlantic Beach Town Center. So a couple things I was going to cover also. I like to go boating. So if you have a boat and you wanted to, you know, figure out where would you trailer your boat to launch it to go into the St. Johns River and then go out into the ocean, that would be right here. It's the Mayport boat ramp. It's a public boat ramp with parking facilities, and it's free. They don't charge you to park or launch your boat there either. Did want to tell you also, there's a really nice community that's just across the Intercoastal Waterway, and this is the Intercoastal Waterway. So the Intercoastal Waterway is the body of water that's inland, just inland of the Atlantic Ocean, and it's east of the St. Johns River. Because remember, the St. Johns River comes in, goes all the way in here, and then turns, goes around downtown Jacksonville, and then it heads south, and it runs all the way down to Orlando, all that way. Okay, anyway, back where I was. There's a really cool community. It is gated, and it's Queens Harbor Golf, Yacht, and Country Club, which is right here. And they have some really nice homes in there. Nice is probably an understatement. But what's unique about them is that they actually have fresh water. It's a spring-fed freshwater lagoon. So as a resident there, if you had the privilege of owning a home off of that lagoon, you can have a dock, and your boat will never get barnacles because the water is more fresh than salt or brackish, And then if you want to go out into the intracoastal waterway, they actually have a lock system, and they can let you out into the intracoastal waterway, which is going to be right there. Let's see, got all that. All right, let's cover where some restaurants and some dining are there in Atlantic Beach. So this is Atlantic Boulevard right here, right? So this is one of my favorites, which is Seafood Kitchen, right there. Very nice. There's Culhane's Irish Pub, Two Dudes Seafood. There's a Whataburger here. Dunkin' Donuts is here. Hurricane Grill and Wings. Beach Diner. Of course, there's McDonald's. ABQ, Prime Brisket, Texas Style Barbecue. Okay, working your way further east, there's Poe's Tavern. They have some of the most delicious hamburgers you can imagine. Plus, it's a pub, so they have a full bar and craft beer, ale, all that good stuff. Coop 303. It's like a very Art Deco place to get a combination of Southern cuisine and seafood. Very nice place to dine as well. Homespun Kitchen here. Ragtime Seafood and Grill. That's going to be like a Louisiana themed Creole type meals there. Witt's Frozen Custard there. And then you have the Ocean One Hotel right here, which is, they've got a 4-star rated restaurant as well. Very good food there as well. And because Atlantic Beach, the border of Atlantic Beach and Neptune Beach is Atlantic Boulevard, okay? So just across Atlantic Boulevard, so literally you can go across the street from Ragtime Seafood Tavern, go across the street, and then you have North Beach Fish Camp, Hawker's Asian Seafood, Mezzaluna, world famous Pete's Bar, which has been around since the 20s. No shortage of places to get great coffee. Also, great coffee shop called Southern Grounds is right there, just up from Mezzaluna. Of course, you got Starbucks right over here. Right there, Starbucks. And then you have all of the other choices and options running down A1A, which is right here, all the way down through Jacksonville Beach, Neptune Beach, and Ponte Vedra Beach. If you want to go fishing, of course, the Jacksonville Beach Fishing Pier is right here. And I think that's going to wrap it up. That pretty much covers Atlantic Beach. It's not a huge place, but it's a very nice place to live. And I did do a vlog video on that. So hopefully this will be a complement to that as well, to give you some insight into Atlantic Beach. So we're going to jump out of Google Maps now. So that's going to wrap up our tour of Atlantic Beach, Florida using Google Maps. I hope you got some value from it. If you're a local and you live in Atlantic Beach and you think I left anything out, or there's anything that you want to add, please leave a comment in the remarks below. Those are always appreciated by the folks that want to learn more about what residents think about Atlantic Beach. And if you want to reach out to me directly, of course, my contact information is down below. You can give me a call, text, email, or we can schedule a Zoom call and speak one-on-one. And like I always say, whether you're moving in a year, a month, or a day, reach out to me. Don't be shy, and I hope to see you around town.